Yeah, you don't know.
We'll keep that conversation.
Well,
hold that, because we're coming back to that. Yeah,
no doubt.
Because yeah. So greetings, family. We're here at NeterVital Mind, Body and Soul. It's a beautiful shop where we have all of our needs for the mind, body and soul.
They are.
Yes, we are on 25 Brixton Station Rd, and we are here again with Malik Sankara and the GOAT, Mikel the Energy.
Inside.
Yes,
Come
on production.
I'm on the God mic.
Right, so you can hear him this time, you can hear him this week. So we're all here. And we're just going to resume the conversation. Actually, we're going to maybe go into some different spaces. Yeah, did you want to say something?
Yes. Yeah. I said to sis, like, before we went live, I wanted to transmute the definition or title she gave to me last conversation in regards to being a master teacher, you know? And I said to you, I was like, if I was to define myself, if I needed a definition, or if somebody needed a definition, the only definition I would give for myself is a master student. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because this information, like I said last time, is the ageless wisdom.
Right.
And so I stand on the shoulders of those who've come and done this, you know. And so whether that's the Brother Panics, the Bobby Hemmets, you know, C. Freeman L, you know, all of these individuals, Maladoma Some, that's been a master teacher of mine.
Wow.
You know, so many names to mention, So yeah, that idea of, and I get it, you know, I do get it. And there's individuals who I would consider master teachers, like everyone I just mentioned.
Yeah.
I would call a master teacher. You understand what I'm saying? But for my own personal steadfastness in what it is that I'm doing, is and also because from the last time we done this, I have, you know, I got new followers. Wagwan, if you join the new, you know, the page, big yourself up. And so I kind of wanted to just clarify, you know, who it is that they're actually, I say following, but on the ground.
Right,
you understand what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
you know, when it comes to spirituality nowadays, I feel like everything's just tarnished with one brush.
Yeah.
You know, this one definition and one way it looks like. You know, and like I said last time, I'm making it clear. I'm nobody's guru, shaman, healer, you know, savior, none of that. I have an understanding that everybody has the capacity to be that for themselves, you know. And one of the reasons why I guess we don't necessarily see that more often is because the conversation around that's not being had.
Yeah.
You know, it's always about the external, whether it's looking for God, looking for peace, looking for love, looking for help. There's always an external search. And now this is not to say that those things can't come by, you know, the external.
Yeah, that's where it usually starts.
You know, but we know that the internal is what produces the external.
Yeah.
You know, and so wherever you go, the journey is always going to be within.
Yeah.
You know, and the more you journey within, is the more your outward reality reflects that journey.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So yeah, I wanted to just throw that in there, so people know, you know, what's going on.
Yeah, and I think it's necessary, you know, just to make sure that everyone's got the expectations. If you're just coming across Malik for the first time, it's really not about what you think it might be. It is literally someone sharing their experiences, their learnings, and really that's what we're meant to do. We're meant to actually take on our experiences and actually look where they are, how they resonate on our own being, and how we interact with our external environment, and then share.
No, 100%.
You know,
and you want to stay focused on the message and not the messenger.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I've seen that happen too many a times, and so that's why I'm making a clarification.
Yeah.
My humanity is just as messed up as the next one.
Hey.
You understand what I'm saying? There's no pretense around.
There's no pedestals out here.
That's the human game.
Right.
You came here to experience all levels of it, the good and the bad. You understand what I'm saying? The up and the downs. And so there's on a human level, this is what we come to experience, but you know, there's an aspect of yourself, and this is for those who believe that they are spiritual beings having a human experience. You understand what I'm saying? You know, you have to focus on that spiritual side of you rather than getting caught up in the human experience of it all, you know. And so again, yeah, making that clarification, you want to focus on the information or the message. If I say anything that resonates with anybody, it's because it's the information that they resonate with, you know. And the greatest honor for anybody in this position that is taking a role of teacher is for somebody to take the information and develop it and become something with that information. That's the greatest thank you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Rather than the following and the likes. And I'm not in this game for new friends, as funny as that sounds. You know, again, these things can definitely transpire, but they're byproducts of the true work, what you came here to do, and that's your personal journey that you have to figure out. You know, and so you know, when I came up here, I was like, yeah, you know, what is it that I want to delve into and speak to, but still kind of relating it to the masterclass that's coming up.
Yes, of course.
You know, Sunday the 8th, December. Link in the bio, you know.
Escaping the Matrix,
Escaping
101.
the Matrix 101. So it all ties in with that. But I was watching a documentary, The Evolution of Black Music, or on Netflix. And it's a dope documentary that kind of details the exploration of black music in the UK.
Right.
But what kind of stood out for me was this whole idea of the illusion of progression. You know, so they showcased the whole development of, you know, from jungle all the way through to UKG to grime to drill. And what I recognized is the conversation in all of those eras are the same conversation. Like nothing's changed. You know, and so it made me realize that there's a difference between what we say we want as a collective and what we actually fight for. Like, we say we want freedom, liberation, autonomy, but what we're actually fighting for is a better position in their system.
In their system, like
that's
this
it.
Perceived hierarchy.
You know, every generation, you know, once we get here, once we go through that door. When it was our generation, that door was, say, top of the pops. The man so solid and them man, they're on top of the, but that was the door. That was, we've broken through.
You made it. You made it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's a whole nother level where it's the O2. Once we sell out this and did this and so forth, then we've made it. It's always this then we made it kind of mentality. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's really a part of the matrix that we're playing.
Right.
You get it? And so again, like, we have to understand there's a difference. Like, what you're actually fighting for is really to sustain and continue your comfortability in a system that you say is against you. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so when I was watching that documentary, it kind of showcased the spell that we're under. If you will. We think the you know, we're under this, you know, the spell of the government, you know, the killing us via the food, the education, nah, just by way of your wants, you're keeping this thing sustained. You know, and when I was speaking, you know, last time in regards to what the goal of spirituality is, according to the ageless wisdom, this is not my personal opinion. The whole game was to evolve or transcend this level of the game.
That's it.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, transcend this level of the game. And so what I see spirituality nowadays being confused for is how well I can make my human life comfortable.
Woo, talk the talk.
Whereas when you really go on this path and really start to get close to oneness, like I said last time, oneness to the soul is the abyss to the ego. So whatever is comfortable for you on an egoic level or a human level must be destroyed.
This is the game.
You understand? That must be destroyed.
Remember I was talking about the lies we tell ourselves. I'm a very good liar. I can tell some wonderful lies.
We all
to
can.
Myself.
That's part of the human nature.
I don't even know I'm lying.
You understand what I'm saying? That's part of the human nature. And that's what we have to address. Those are the prison walls that you're really, you know, imprisoned by.
And that's the spell, and that is literally the definition of when you've grown up and you've watched Disney and all these mystery, myths and stuff, and you learn about, this wizard cast a spell.
Right.
You know, we're in an actual spell, exactly how they described it in these fantasies. You know, these myths.
Right.
Because you don't know that you're under a spell. Even if you think you're out of it, you're still in it.
No doubt. Because we're trying. You know that saying? What's her name? The master's tools won't dismantle the master's house. I think her name Audre Lorde, I believe. I believe I'm mentioning her name right. But the whole concept of that is really an esoteric concept to that. Meaning, you're not gonna transcend the ego by way of the ego.
No.
you understand what I'm saying? So like anything that and it sounds very sometimes it can sound very deep and dark and depressing and oh man, we got this, go towards destruction and chaos but from a natural perspective, we know that destruction is the layup for creation.
Yeah.
It's the foundation of.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? We say these sayings, from darkness comes light.
Yeah.
You have to be able to step
Destroy
into
and
the
rebuild.
darkness to be able to discover your light. Now, here's the thing. This discovering your light takes place on many levels. So we think discovering the light means we've made a separation of that's dark over there, and then now I have my light. No. The real essence of it is realizing the darkness is light.
Is the light.
There is no such thing as darkness. What we quantify as darkness is light that we physically can't perceive. This is why I always start with, the electromagnetic spectrum, you only see 5%, which is the visible spectrum. And as above, so below. It seems that, let's say, our conscious mind is 5%.
Yeah.
The subconscious mind is 95%.
Yeah.
The whole universe is made in that way. They say that 75% is dark matter, dark energy, 25% is dark energy, and then the rest of the 5% make up everything that's physical in our universe.
Yeah, which is limited.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's limited in that sense.
It's always limited. Same with your DNA. You see in that same ratio in your DNA, you got something which they refer to as junk DNA.
Yeah.
This is DNA that they say it has no use for. Oh, no. That's the Akashic records.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what people refer to as the Akashic records and the great library, and that's your DNA.
That's it.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And so all of this understanding and information is encoded in our story.
Right.
It's our story. Like, I'm not saying anything that isn't yours. And so when it does resonate, because it's not going to resonate with everybody. Some people might be listening to this live now, and I might as well just be saying goo goo gaga.
Yeah.
It is what it is, So I'm not, I'm under no illusion that this is only going to resonate with those that's on a frequency. And it's the same thing you find in the book of the Kabbalion when they say the lips of wisdom is sealed except to the air of understanding.
Yeah, that's
Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's
right. And understanding is something that only you can develop. Only you can do that, Somebody might be able to give you knowledge.
Yep.
If they're a little bit more adept, they might be able to showcase the wisdom. But what you must absolutely bring to the game is your own understanding.
Literally, I am my greatest teacher, honestly.
Exactly.
Because I'm literally going through it, through the whole experience. I'm feeling everything.
Right.
This body is such a genius.
Come on. Come on.
Because it allows you to be fully immersed in the game. Without the body, you're not here. You're not able to be here in this way.
Right.
So to feel everything you're going through, to navigate these different emotions and learn through the experience as you get older, the wisdom that comes it's not even that it comes, that you're having access to, that you actually decide to tap into. It's just an amazing, I would say, an instrument for want of a better word.
No doubt. And I love how you speak to it as the body rather than even say my body.
Yeah.
Because what is kind of showcased in some of these mythologies or these mystery schools or, is the body's not the issue.
No.
It's the attachment to it.
Right.
The over-identification of this is me.
Yeah.
And that's you holding on to the smallest aspect of you. That's why we were speaking off off air in regards to some of our personal journeys.
Yeah.
In regards to stepping into the space that's very liminal. It's this liminal space. It's this void space. It's just unlimited, and how daunting unlimitedness it feels like.
It feels, I don't know if this daunting is the word.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I get you.
But that unlimitedness is your true nature.
Yeah.
You
And to be exposed to that,
no doubt.
It hurts.
That's what they refer to. Go, sorry.
Because you're actually having to now entertain.
Right. Yeah.
That, this doesn't come. This is what I find funny. A lot of us are afraid of dying, but then the concept of living forever is even more scary. In the sense of that you are more than this body.
Right.
That this body will shed and you're still going to be infinite.
Right. Yeah.
That there's an infinity. Like the word infinity alone. Like, wow.
It's incomprehensible.
You can't.
That's why it's seen as chaotic.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
There's no order.
We can't. It's how does the limited describe the unlimited? Is that type of, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's where poetry comes from, though.
Right.
That's why music exists.
Yeah.
Right.
Because there's endless ways to actually describe, and that's why we're here. Actually, it's we're just here for reference of the all.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm glad you brought it up. Like poetry for me is like one of the closest languages that can actually point towards this particular truth, because it allows you to hold paradoxes,
Right.
Opposites together, and see a beautiful story. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or these opposites create a new understanding. And this is alchemy. And so going back to the music.
I was about to say, go back to the music.
Go back to the music thing.
This is where.
So this illusion of progression, but at the same time, what I realized in this same documentary is God never stops creating.
Never.
Yeah? See, on one hand, we say there's nothing new under the sun. But then every generation, we seem to create something new under the sun via a different musical genre, a different art form. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah? That's the creator in you.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? That's very powerful to know, because we feel it's not necessarily like our quote unquote downfall is not necessarily that something is against us.
Yeah.
It's just that we've become unconscious creators.
Yeah.
We're still creating,
constantly.
even in our ignorance.
Even especially in our ignorance.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like that's one thing in the universe that you can't shut off.
No, never.
You must create. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you're either doing it unconsciously or consciously. But even in our unconsciousness, look how we've shaped and molded this planet.
Beautiful.
Do you understand what I'm saying? We're still building pyramids to this day. What I mean by that is, to this day, they're still trying to fathom out how pyramids were built back then in that particular way, right? So it's this unfathomable thing. Ain't hip-hop the same thing?
Same.
Ain't jazz the same thing? Ain't blues the same thing? They don't know how you created that.
How did it come about?
You understand what I'm saying? And so that's, go on.
And it's something I wanted to speak to in regards to that, in terms of every time we create something, it is when it's not unconscious, but we've submitted our limited conscious to the consciousness. These things come about when we're in a particular state of, call it unconsciousness, meaning we're not thinking about what we're doing.
Right.
You know, like if you go to all of these genres, none of them had a name until the observer gave it a name.
Right.
He took something. That's why Wiley created What Do You Call It? Because he was like, guys, we're doing this thing. It's not garage, but what do we call it?
No doubt.
Because we're so in a flow. It's almost like the wave has caught us and we're just there. I remember when that wave caught me and I was there. I was in it, expressing it. It was living through me. And we now can call it grime. And now 20 years later, I can articulate what it is and give it all these kind of, beautiful words and expressions of it in terms of how it functions. But when it's there, when it's moving you, when the wave is taking you over, it's not a conscious thing. It's almost like you're channeling the sun at that point. You know what I'm saying? You're just beaming what is. Kind of like when they say the moon is in retrograde and rah, 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 you're a reference point for what's taking place at higher levels.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
And so the only thing that we really shape is how that thing is experienced based on where we are consciously.
Yeah.
So if we're in the ghetto in America and this is our conditions, that cosmic wave that's happening is going to be expressed in this way.
Right,
And that's what makes it really beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, you was in there, you invented the whole deck system of mixing, you started scratching, then the MC in this. Do you get it? Based on the conditioning of where we are at is how the cosmic becomes expressed. But it's going to be expressed.
No doubt.
You see it? And,
No doubt.
and its expression, that's what they say when they say there's nothing new under the sun. That cycle of what needs to happen cosmically will always take place.
Yeah.
It's defined locally different based on the conditions of the people and also who's observing at the time.
Yeah.
Because at the time of hip hop, you can go to Africa and something else was happening at the same time as well. You just might not be paying attention there. Or somewhere in Alaska, something that links to the same cosmic rhythm was happening over there. It just wasn't defined in that way.
Right.
And I think what hip hop does is, and why hip hop has been so powerful, and even reggae, is it's
All
given
of our
it's
genres,
given all of our genres. It gives a language and a curriculum for what's happening cosmically,
Yeah.
where we can all go.
Always.
I can't speak your language, but thug life. You know what I'm saying?
No,
you know what I'm
no,
saying?
no.
Like, we don't know
No,
what
no.
you're saying, but like,
Sign of the
I'm
times.
you know what I'm saying?
no.
I'm with you.
Of course.
West
Yeah.
side, like, you know what I'm
You
saying?
see, like, because what you hit the nail on the head in regards to how it's going to be experienced is based on the conditions, yeah? And this is where it becomes very nuanced because this condition can either be your prison or prism.
Yeah.
You understand
Break
what
that
I'm
down,
saying?
bro. Go
It could
ahead.
be
Break it
something-
up.
So, you know, a prism is something that reflects light.
Okay.
You know, a prison is something that encages light or entraps light. And so, based on the condition, like our condition now, like I said at the beginning, is we want a better position. So we create things in order for it to have a better position in that system. Imagine we had a different condition. Imagine we was creating for something different. Well, this is what all of these indigenous cultures that we marvel at, that had these wonderful civilizations and ancient Egypt and,
Talk it, bro.
you know,
Yeah.
they were using the same power that we're using today.
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now in this very moment. Do you understand what I'm saying? But our focus,
Yeah.
where we're pointing that, you know, and you know, we're as above, so below. God's gonna shine in us regardless.
Regardless.
Regardless. So whatever we're doing, even in what
Whatever.
the so-called chaos of it all, you know,
Especially in the chaos.
especially in chaos.
Yeah.
Because like I said to you, you know, the whole understanding of chaos from a scientific perspective is speaking to unlimited potential.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You may have a group of people on the planet that may not have access to unlimited potential. So when they see it now, oh shit,
Yeah.
let's demonize that.
Yes, yes,
you
yes, yes,
understand what I'm
yes.
saying? We got to shut that down because we don't know what it is.
We
Yeah.
fear what we don't understand, hate
That's
what we
it.
can't conquer.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's as much as I speak a certain reality in regards to our condition as a quote unquote people, and I say that very specifically because as much as, you know, we kind of touched on it before in regards to our quantum understanding of what community really is and how we need to connect on every single level.
we
Do you
need to
understand what I'm
speak on
saying?
that, for real.
Yeah. We ain't just gonna find our liberation through an economic system.
Right.
We're not just gonna find it through the educational system. We're not gonna find it through, you understand what I'm saying?
And find what? Liberation, you just said.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? That's something that has a different material to it. You understand what I'm
You know,
saying?
you're saying that people are seeking better positions within the system that we're already in. What's the root cause of that? And for me personally, I can only speak on myself. What attracts me and what really pushes me is that I want to be free. This is a thing, liberation. I want to be free. As a child, you know, when you're children, you
No
want to
doubt.
play, you want to be free, you want to just explore. I see it in my nephew. He's the living, It's such a good demonstration of this right now because he's just yearning to be free. He just wants to go and explore the world and do what he wants. He's 13,
Right,
you know,
right.
and it's a drive in him. He just doesn't want to be tamed. He doesn't want to be told not to do anything. He just wants to go out and just be and explore. He wants to see what London's about. He wants to get on the bus. He wants to go here, you know, and we're trying to like keep him safe.
Yeah. As you do.
I know, but you know, he's a baby. But at 16, he says he wants to move out and I don't see it as anything bad. But he just wants to go and experience freedom. And if I go back to when I was younger, that's all I wanted as a teenager. I just wanted to be free. I actually got to feel that as well, to be honest with you, because I had brothers that were my friends. Yeah, and when you're rolling with Mandem, guess what? You get to experience freedom.
That's interesting.
You get to experience freedom. As a young lady, I could, once I came out of my baggy clothes situation and I was trying to express my femininity a little bit, I could wear what I wanted because I felt safe, secure with my friends. They would always get me home. I could even drink, you know, and I'd know that I'd end up home at my door safely because of them. Shout out Darren. Shout out Gerard. Shout out Delroy.
Man like Delroy, you know? That's a real one.
Yeah. They used to. They're now godfathers of my children, which are my nieces and nephews. But they gave me that link to freedom. I got to feel it as a woman walking on this earth, being protected by men. That's how I got to feel I could be, just be. And I only did that just literally the other day. I was like, rah. I didn't have that whole sheltered. At 13, 14, I was able to do what I wanted. I was able to go out because my mum trusted that I'll be in good hands with my friends. You know, that's big. Not every woman has that, has had that experience.
See, like,
it's freedom.
Everything you said, yeah, is like, I can't help it but filter it through a spiritual lens. Like, I'm hearing, all I'm hearing you talk is spiritual. You understand what I'm saying? Because our actual roles down here is to understand our counterpart or our polarity. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So you, as the feminine, is actually here to experience what it is, what the masculine is.
Right.
Does that make sense? Because that's your other half. You understand what I'm saying? Same with the masculine. We're here to understand what the feminine principle is. Yes. That's why it's so fucking hard. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because this whole game is really about union. This coming together, this oneness starts with you. Yeah. It starts with your own personal integration of that duality. Do you understand what I'm saying? When we come on this physical plane, that oneness is split. Do you understand what I'm saying? On every single level, from the way we perceive, we no longer perceive in oneness. We got to see in dual, left, right, up, down. And that's useful to navigate this plane of existence. Wonderful. So when you said, where does this all start? It starts with the creation of the ego, which is necessary to experience this level of the game. But this is why it was always seen as something that must be understood. That's why the old adage is know thyself.
Know thyself, yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Know thyself is the game, you know? And so however you're going to explore that other principle, whether it's through the friends you was around, you know what I'm saying? A partner maybe, a child even. There's so many ways to have a relationship with that other polarity. Right. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right. And this is where the whole concept of soulmates come about, And I'm thankful. Yeah. I found my soulmate.
Come on. Ra 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 ra.
And to be honest, that's what really has activated all of this knowing. I had the knowledge for many years. I didn't really know what to do with it. I didn't know how to transform it into wisdom for it to now become understanding. And that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is nothing but the masculine knowledge and the feminine, the wisdom, coming together to produce the child, the understanding.
And that's what we're actually trying to get back to.
Of course, this is what we're doing. Do you understand what I'm saying? On every single level. Yeah. Whether you come here to be a baker is to explore this principle through bacon. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever you're
to go
doing.
back to your indivisible duality.
Right. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is why Bobby Hemmett always used to say, the Holy Land is where you stand. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever you're trying to develop, whatever you're trying to become, it's a real, and you can find this in any New Age self-help book. Yeah. You have to see it now. You understand what I'm saying? You have to see it now, know it now, you know. And so all of these teachings are to enable us to go beyond what we think we want to what it truly is that we're really doing down here. I don't care what path you're on. You can't tell me love ain't your MO.
Right.
Can't tell me peace isn't your goal. Do you understand what I'm saying? And when you actually achieve those things, because they are actually possible, they're not just things that we're supposed to philosophize on. According to our ancestors, this was absolutely a game about becoming.
Yes.
It was about becoming one with that. If you weren't doing that, then you weren't even playing the game. You were just wasting your time down here, you know. And this to briefly answer that question, because I'm mindful of the time as well in regards to this whole game. In every mythology, every spiritual school of thought, you will come across this story of the fall of man.
Right.
Yeah. And this is, to give you, to break it down simply, this is speaking to the fall from your divinity into your ignorance. Okay. A fall from your oneness into your dual existence, your duality perceiving. It was a separation from something, right. And we go through that same separation when you explore the dynamics and relationship between mother and child. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So when we're born, we identify with the mother. Yes. There's no separation.
There's no separation.
It's oneness. You know what I mean? Like, that titty's me. I want milk, so I must have milk now. It's not, And then slowly but, surely, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But my son does that. He does this.
No, I'm him.
Yeah, he does this. You know what I mean? He's like, what? Yeah. Because he's fresh from the realm where everything was mind.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. There wasn't no delay in anything.
No delay. If I want
you understand what I'm saying? It's that's what it is.
And we must feel so slow when we get here,
Bruh.
How slow we must feel like.
Why is it not coming? I've asked for it.
Like, what's going on? And also, imagine how we condition kids to move as slow as us.
There you go.
You get it? Because they're here and they can see from here to there. It's like, and I'm like, no, A, B, C, sit still, D, E, and they're like, fam, what you're trying to communicate is done.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why, so for me, when I teach my daughter, for example, the Pa'u Neteru, the tree of life, it's not for her. It's so she can communicate to me at my level of understanding. I'm teaching you where I'm at.
Yeah.
If you can communicate through this, I'll be able to reason with you on their different levels.
No.
And
doubt.
bro, because she knows that now, oh my God, I just sit and listen.
No doubt.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Something interesting, bro, that it comes from our parent. Like we train children to be able to navigate this playing field,
Yes.
And by doing so, by keeping them safe and nurturing them and so forth, we're actually developing the ego.
Yes.
Their ego.
Yeah. You're responsible. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? That's why the Matrix, as my brethren pointed out the other day, is related to the matriarch. We think that the system that we're fighting is out there. No, the first system that gave you your egoic lens was your own mother, your own father.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So when you start dealing with analytical psychology and all of these particular things, they always result back to childhood.
Yeah.
When you're ever doing shadow work and you're doing these particular practices, it's always dealing with the inner child.
Inner child.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Which is ultimately been molded by the great mother, as above, so below. And you can find this in mythologies like Gnosticism. They speak on it well. In regards to the separation of the great mother and all of these particular things. And it's speaking about the process that we go through. So from childhood, we're one with the mother.
Yep.
By the age 3 years old, we're identifying with this concept of I.
Yeah.
Anybody that's been around 3-year-olds, 4-year, it becomes me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Because they're now developing a sense of I-ness, which on a grand scale is the prison.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? That's by its very nature.
Well, I would say the game.
Or the game.
Yeah.
Because the prison is, or a prison.
Yeah.
So it's a game.
But it's the prison or the prison, but the game. Because that's the only, that I-ness, the ego that's developing is how they're going to either enjoy or be destroyed in heaven or in hell. It's your vehicle. You know what I'm saying? And we mold them to kind of like, yo, listen, this is what you got to look out for. This is how you can see.
No doubt. But know this, as a child, like, remember, our emotional intelligence is slightly different. We're more open. And so things that are traumatic to us as adults, only took a fraction of that when we was a child. Right. Does that make sense?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Meaning like what formulates your ego. So we come here as a child, needing what we have needs, food, shelter, and clothing, right? We start to now, when we start to get to the stage of I-ness or separation, we start to learn to develop characteristics that give us these needs. So if you had a parent that weren't touchy-feeling or huggy or whatever it may be, right? We start to develop characteristics.
Yeah, and definitions why and reasons why.
Of why, do you know what I'm saying? To get what these needs were. And sometimes those characteristics can be outbursts. They could be quote-unquote negative traits. Do you understand what I'm saying? But this is all in the attempts to get you what you need and keep you safe. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your ego is largely responsible for keeping you safe. It's been molded around that. So remember you spoke about having a conversation about trauma.
Yes.
Right? And the importance of trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you have that understanding of the importance, the role that trauma plays, the portal that it is, right? Again, we sometimes go to the grandiose ideas of trauma, you know, the ultimate this and so forth. No. Remember, as a child, we perceive differently. And there are many betrays that we feel. Going to bed when the sun was out.
That's a trauma.
Was traumatic.
That was very traumatic. Very.
What's
the worst thing?
100%, bro.
And remember, like, emotion shapes our bodies.
Yeah.
So regardless if you're angry when you're a child or angry when you're adult, it's still anger.
Yeah.
It's still doing something. It's still creating something. It's still having an effect.
That even exposes the necessity of trauma then in developing its character building.
So watch this now. I'm speaking to my brethren at the men's retreat, yeah? And he told me one story about, you know, this young boy comes across a cocoon and it's right near the end stages. So there's a small slit so you can see the butterfly.
Yeah, I've seen that as well.
So what I'm saying,
that was crazy.
So this young boy is marveled at this cocoon. So he sits there for a few days waiting for it to hatch. He's waiting. All come a week, still not hatch. So the boy now decides, you know what? Let me go get a little scissors.
Hey.
I'm gonna assist this butterfly. I'm gonna help this butterfly come out of his cocoon, right? Makes a little incision. The butterfly comes out, falls on the floor, it's dead. The whole moral of the story was the butterfly needed that challenge in order to emerge as the butterfly. And so when we go around, peep this now, when we go around with the idea that we're saving others.
Come on.
I want to help others and say, I'm this healer. I can do this for you. You're only cutting their initiation. It may sound harsh. Now, this don't say you don't do this in love and you don't offer support. But ultimately, everyone's self-realization is their self-game. You understand what I'm saying? And you're here to play the position to help. And the best way you can help is by doing it your damn self.
This is what I was going to say.
When you come to your own self-realization, you naturally reverberate that in the universe. You even have to open your mouth. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so this notion again is so nuanced because I get it. We come into spirituality and our first sometimes notion is, I gotta go tell the whole world, I gotta go save the world.
Yeah,
I done it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I did it on so many different levels. I've done that.
But that's a part of the initiation as well, you know?
And that is a part of the initiation.
Because of we get humbled on our journey to doing that.
Right.
And that the need the need to help others, for example, is really about the importance of exercising your calling. You get it? That challenge of helping, I got to get Nirvana out of this funk she's in. I got to do that. When people understand that that's more about you than actually Nirvana's the conduit to you stepping into a particular power within yourself, because you can't see yourself. And so it's like, I'm going to help you. You need it. But that's, if people can understand, it's not about them, as you were saying, deterring them from helping people. But it's actually helping people with the consciousness that where you're helping from is more about you.
Of course.
Than actually them.
But then check this now. If there is no other, then there is no you, which only leaves the oneness.
The oneness.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
100%.
So it's that mentality, that consciousness behind that thought process. Do you understand what I'm saying? That all of this is necessary. And you can only find that out by way of going through your own personal journey.
Yeah.
I know thousands of people that speak the same, because I see it all the time online, that after they went through this experience, whew, life was different. This was, and it's always something, the dark night of the soul, and do you understand what I'm saying? Because all that represents is aspects of yourself that is hidden, which is in the darkness, which you must go into. Do you understand what I'm saying? To reveal, for you to then understand, so you can then now become the alchemist. And the real level of the alchemist is understanding there is nothing to Ras Clark transmute in the first place, because there's only oneness. Even when you're going through BS, this is a layup. Especially in this world, the law of duality. This can't exist without its polarity. So this sadness cannot exist without this happiness around the corner. So when you know that now, you can start shifting your perception around that. So yeah, man.
Are you in the game though?
Yes,
hey.
So much more questions I want to ask.
Hey, but this is why, listen, this is why we're going to be here on a regular basis, family. Nirvana, tell the people where we're at.
We are
and
at...
what they can get here, because we're not just sitting in any studio, you know. So let the people know where we're at right now and what's popping in this space.
We are at NeterVital. NeterVital is part of the NeterVerse, by the way. And we have a lovely restaurant called Addis at the moment. And we have a Nirvana Art Center where we do all kinds of creative, spiritual practices there. So you tap in with that.
I'll be teaching there.
Yes.
Sunday 8th.
Sunday the 8th.
Yeah,
Escaping the Matrix 101. That's where Malik Sankara will be teaching. So definitely tap into that, please. And the link is in the bio if you want more details. Some of the things you can get here, we're drinking the lung cleanser tea. Yeah.
Look, but done now. Finish.
It finished.
Done.
I was too engaged to finish mine. But it's got some wonderful herbs in there that's going to really help you get through these winter months. Winter is here. You know, it's here. So, let's just tap in with some of the things that we've put on this wonderful planet to serve our greater good.
What else you got there, Nirvana?
We also have the NeterVital branded black seed oil.
Talk to us a bit about black seed oil.
NeterVital. NeterVital is known for this product. It's well known. This is our flagship product. Is that what you say? Flagship?
Yeah.
So it's wonderful. It's great for inflammation. It's also going to help you with your lung capacity and your breathing. It's one of those things. They call it the blessed seed. And the thing that does, it's a cure-all for everything, you know.
Cures everything but death.
But it does a lot. Yeah, that's it. And it does
I
so
heard that.
much things for your body. We have a leaflet here if you ever want to pop into the store, and it tells you a number of the things that it will help to touch. Yeah? So check in with us. The black seed oil, great for reducing inflammation. Great for... We got the capsules if you can't take the taste. Or maybe you want to challenge yourself. Yeah, and then we've got the lung cleanser tea. Wonderful things to get you through these winter months. Yeah.
NeterVital. Big up yourself. Nirvana, tell us who you are.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to introduce yourself.
You know what it is? I am the holistic nurse. Qualified nurse as well. You know, I'm going to put that in there because I put the time in. I did my time.
Damn right.
But I'm here as a holistic nurse, sharing with you some of the wonderful things that we have in nature to really help our journey here and, you know, our experience. We also do health consultations here, so tap in with me, come into the store, call up the store if you want to do a consultation. We have scans. We can scan. We got MOTs, mind body optimization therapy. Hey. So check in with us and we can get you right. Yeah. That's all from me.
That's Shay. Big up, man. Love and respect, family.
Love.
See you on the flip side.
Thank you. D.
Come on.
Oh,
is it? Yeah, man.
That's good.
That was a nice one. Yeah.
Oh, but I want to get into more.